Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your rumors about star Nikola Jokic's dissatisfaction with the Denver Nuggets board are only increasing, and it wouldn't be a surprise if the player asked to be traded. For the Warriors, it would be a bonus to pair Nikola Jokic with Stephen Curry, who will be an unstoppable and very successful duo. Warriors must switch up dream trade scenario amid rival turmoil. This would be even better than Giannis. The Golden State Warriors may be reaping the rewards of their blockbuster move for Jimmy Butler at the mid-season trade deadline, but that may not stop them from considering even bigger deals in the summer should the potential arise. The dream scenario of pairing Giannis Antetokounmpo with Stephen Curry has hardly been a secret, and could grow in possibility if the Milwaukee Bucks were to be eliminated in the playoffs for a third straight year. Yet an even bigger dream scenario could be on the horizon, with Nikola Jokic's future with the Denver Nuggets starting to become a topic of discussion following the franchise's shock decision to fire head coach Mike Malone and GM Calvin Booth on Tuesday. Nikola Jokic would be an even better fit with the Warriors. The Nuggets responded from the stunning decision on Wednesday night in Sacramento, with Jokic continuing his MVP-caliber season with another triple-double in a 124-116 win over the Kings. Despite remaining on track for another playoff appearance, the turmoil in Denver has raised speculation of whether Jokic could be on the move. Tom Haberstroh of Yahoo Sports made the case that the 3x MVP should request a trade, pointing to the fact the Nuggets have been unable to surround Jokic with a single All-Star or All-NBA player throughout his 10-year career. NBA legend Paul Pierce also came out with a bold statement following Malone and Booth's axing, stating, "I wouldn't be shocked if Joker demands a trade this summer and that Denver are wasting his prime." If Jokic were ever to become available for trade, it's hard to figure too many teams who wouldn't be interested in adding arguably the best player in the world. There would be teams with more to offer the Nuggets, but equally the Warriors could at least get in the conversation. Butler would probably need to be included for salary-matching reasons, while Denver would undoubtedly ask for Brandon Podziemski and the multiple first-round picks Golden State still have at their disposal. You'd argue that Jokic is an even better fit for the Warriors than Antetokounmpo would be, with his all-time great passing making for a special potential pairing between him and Curry. The Serbian may also be a better complement for Draymond Green, who'd be a slightly awkward fit with Antetokounmpo given the spacing concerns. Jokic meanwhile is an incredible 41.5% from three-point range this season on nearly 5 attempts per game, while Green could foreseeably make up for some of his limitations on the defensive end. Any trade potential will obviously stem from what happens over the next few weeks, with the potential that the Warriors and Nuggets still meet in the postseason amid a tight Western Conference race. Former NBA player states Mobley, not Draymond, deserves DPOY. Former NBA player Chandler Parsons believes that Cleveland Cavaliers center Evan Mobley should win the 2024-25 Defensive Player of the Year over Draymond Green. Parsons gave his thoughts in response to Mobley's claim on a recent podcast that he should win the award given to the NBA's best defensive player. "I agree, on Mobley winning DPOY," Parsons said to host Michelle Beadle and former NBA player Lou Williams on FanDuel TV's Run It Back on Thursday. "I think Draymond Green is fantastic. I think he's versatile. He provides so much for that defense, and I think they're the 7th-ranked defense. I think Cleveland is the 8th best defense. But you look at the whole landscape of what Evan Mobley does, how he alters shots, how he rebounds the basketball. The jump that he's made this season. There's also an argument for all of these guards who have had great years. Like Oklahoma City Thunder guard Luguentz Dort, like Atlanta Hawks guard Dyson Daniels, and they don't get the attention that they should. While Green is the engine powering the Warriors' resurgent defense this season, Mobley has been otherworldly for the Cavaliers. With a stunning blend of size and athleticism, the 23-year-old has become one of the league's elite defenders. Green is no slouch, but he has struggled with consistency throughout the season, particularly when he's forced to guard larger players around the rim. With Cleveland on cruise control, having locked up the Eastern Conference's #1 seed, the final 2 games of the regular season could go a long way towards Green boosting his stock. The Warriors are in win-now mode, needing victories in their final pair of games to avoid dropping into the NBA play-in tournament. So, you can expect that Green will have an extra chip on his shoulder heading into the final weekend of the regular season. Warriors playoff scenarios have this path to 6th seed, epic clash with Lakers. The Golden State Warriors control their own playoff destiny. Even after a disappointing, buzzer-beater loss to San Antonio on Wednesday, Golden State can avoid the play-in tournament. Waiting on the other side, if the Warriors take care of business, would be the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's how the Warriors get the number 6 seed in the Western Conference. Beat the Trailblazers on Friday night. Beat the Clippers on Sunday. Those 2 wins would guarantee the number 6 spot. Presumably, beating the Clippers will be tougher, given that they're also trying to hold on to what is currently the number 5 seed and not risk any fall into the play-in themselves. If Golden State is the 6th seed, then it means they'll play the 3 seed in the first round. The Lakers currently are number 3, and they'll stay there if they win one of their final 2 games, versus Rockets, at Trailblazers. So the NBA is just a few wins away from a dream first-round playoff series between LeBron, Luka, and the Lakers against Steph and the Warriors. Basketball Reference gives the Lakers an 88.9% chance to get the 3 seed. The Warriors' chances are tougher, given only a 28.7% chance of the 6 seed. They could actually climb as high as number 4 in an unlikely combination of events, but also have a combined 43% chance of being either the 7 or 8 seed. 10 records by Stephen Curry that will never be broken. Stephen Curry is the best shooter in NBA history. Few would ever dispute that. He further cemented that claim when Curry broke through the 4,000 mark for three-pointers made. It's safe to say that he has become the golden standard when it comes to the art of shooting. Here is a look at the 10 records by Stephen Curry that will never be broken. Most career three-pointers made by a player. Currently, Curry has already accumulated a total of 4,049 three-pointers and counting. He's the first and only NBA player so far to ever reach the 4,000 mark in three-point field goals. It's unlikely that anyone will join him, given that he holds a solid lead over the player in second place, the Los Angeles Clippers' James Harden, who is at 3,168 and counting. Most games with at least 10 threes. According to StatMuse, Curry currently leads the all-time list for the most games with at least 10 three-point makes with 27, the best game of which saw him knock down 13 against the New Orleans Pelicans back in 2016. It's also a pretty unbreakable record given that the closest player behind him is former teammate Klay Thompson. He has accumulated only 9 games with at least 10 threes. Most three-pointers made in a single season. Another Curry record that would be difficult to break would be his single-season record for three-point shots. In the 2015-16 season, the Steph converted a total of 402 threes. It played a huge part in helping him become the first and only unanimous NBA MVP in league history. The next player to ever come close was Harden, who knocked down 378 in the 2018-19 season. Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves leads the NBA this year with 312 threes made with 2 games remaining. Most consecutive games with at least 1 three-point field goal. If you aren't convinced that Curry is the best shooter of all time, he is also the record holder for the most consecutive games with at least 1 three-point field goal. He set the record at 268 games from 2018 to 2023. To make matters more interesting, the 2022 NBA Finals MVP actually broke his original record of 157, which is still the second most to this day. Most threes in an NBA Finals game. The NBA playoffs usually feature tougher defenses, more so in the finals. However, even Curry was unfazed by the bright lights of the championship stage, knocking down 9 three-pointers against the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 2 of the 2018 NBA Finals. The record was previously set by Ray Allen at 8 back in 2010. Most threes in a single playoff run. Speaking of bright lights, Curry is just as dangerous in the postseason as he is in the regular season. In fact, during the 2015 NBA playoffs, Curry swooshed a total of 98 threes. Those three-pointers carried the Warriors to an NBA title. The record was threatened but only tied by then Splash brother, Thompson, a year later. It's going to take elite marksmanship and the license to shoot that volume if any player would want to go for the record. Curry is not only the all-time NBA leader in three-point shooting in the regular season. It's also the same story in the postseason. He has collected a total of 618 three-pointers in the playoffs, which is enough to lead all players in history. One can expect that tally to increase as the Warriors are in position to at least make the play-in tournament. Although the NBA All-Star Game is slowly losing its touch, the 2022 edition certainly injected some life back into the festivities. Held in Cleveland, Team LeBron featured LeBron James and Curry on the same team, both of whom are from Ohio. Although it was James who played hero, it was Curry who took over the game with 50 markers, spiked by a record-breaking 16 threes. It's not even an argument anymore that Curry is the best shooter in the world. In fact, he has ruled the league with his outside sniping 8 times in his career. To make matters crazier, no one comes close in the rankings. Second on the list was Harden, but with only a trio of three-point scoring titles to his name. Steve Nash was already the best free throw shooter back in the day, making 90.4% of his charity shots. However, Curry currently surpasses that, as he posts a 91.1% clip throughout his career. The two-time NBA MVP certainly has set the standard for elite shooting across the board, from three-point shooting to free throws.